Ladies and gentlemen, this RedGamingTech.com video, well, it's the 16th of December, and of course that means that we're getting ever closer to Christmas, and therefore websites are packing in great deals. So I figured that I'd throw out some of my favourite deals at the moment on some of the good games. These are going to be from different websites, and I have no affinity to any of them. So basically, yeah, they're just the deals as I see them. If anyone could find better deals on that particular title, please comment. Some of these deals may have time limits on them, so if they're not there and you've missed them, don't blame me. Anyway, without further ado, firstly, I'm going to go with GetGamesGo. It has a few awesome ones, actually. Resident Evil. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City is available for £10. It's not too bad, honestly, at 66% off. In my original PC review, I was very harsh to it, and for one of those reasons was that it wasn't patched at the time. There has been a few patches since, which have turned out to make the title a little bit less bad, in honesty. It's possibly not the best title that you're ever going to play in your life, but it's not too bad at all and could be worth a punt, particularly if you're a Resident Evil fan. It's worth noting that it doesn't strictly follow the storylines from the original. It's kind of an alternate universe, as you could, for example, kill, I don't know, for example, Leon. Also on the same website, it's worth noting that there's also Spec Ops: The Line and The Darkness 2, which are available for 66% off. Spec Ops: The Line, just like Resident Evil, I have an RGT and I'd highly recommend you check it out. Spec Ops: The Line is a very good type of game. It's a third-person military shooter, which immediately can put some people off, but there's something about the game that's very cool. For one, you can make certain decisions that means that you can actually somewhat change the outcome, and also it has a very good storyline. It's also worth noting that the game itself plays really well and has some really beautiful moments in it. I'd highly recommend you guys check out the video on RGT if you don't know more about it, and for the price it's well worth checking out. Next one, The Darkness 2. The Darkness 2 has a few issues, mostly with FOV. But in terms of storyline, writing, and gameplay, it's bloody fun, and quite literally on the bloody. It's not a perfect game, as I've said, it has a few issues here and there, but it is fun. It's maybe not quite as long as what you'd like it to be, but, you know, these things happen, and for the price, it's certainly worth it, particularly if you're more into the horror games or supernatural type of games, could well be worth checking out. Another one for people in the UK, definitely, and I'm assuming it would work for Americans as well, is GetGamesGo. It's a CD key site. I've used it once or twice previously. One of them was for, what did I use it for? God, I hate when your mind goes blank. Guild Wars 2, there we go, among others. It's actually got a couple of really good deals on right now, and I'd encourage you to check it out. For one, you're looking at £24 for Hitman, the latest one, Absolution. Once again, I think many of you know about Hitman by now. It's a very good title. We've got quite a few videos of it on RGT, and I'd highly recommend you check it out. It's also one of those titles you can basically play your way, and the storylines are really good. That has a few issues with the difficulty setting at some points, but overall it's a fantastic experience and I'd highly recommend checking it out. Football Manager is also 41% off 2013, that makes it $23.69. I don't know much about Football Manager, I don't really play it, but the title is fairly legendary. You've also got 80% off Civilization 5 and Far Cry 23% off, which is a ridiculously good price. I wouldn't just be surprised if we see it slightly cheaper on Steam at some point, but either way it's 27 for a regular version, or just over 30 if you want the deluxe edition. So that's not too bad for Far Cry 3 at all. Under the Get Reloaded, which is available for another 20 hours, it's a 72-hour offer. It's available for another 20 when I'm doing it. Basically, they've got a series of games, and you can buy any two for £6. Notable ones would be Arkham Asylum, Borderlands, Deus Ex. Quite honestly, I've seen them cheaper on Steam in some cases. They're not bad titles though, and all of them are probably worth the price of admission. Some people would argue not to get Duke Nukem Forever. I haven't actually played it still, if I'm honest, but there you have it. while I'm at it as well, you've also got the shooter sale, which has a few good shooters, including but not limited to Ghost Recon Future Soldier for $9.99. That's the deluxe edition, and the regular version for $7.99, which is on RGT. And I'd also recommend possibly picking out Alien vs Predator as well. It has some faults, but it's a good game. Actually, as well, before I forget, there's another cool little goodie that you can get to from where was that I got from? GetGamesGo. There's a link, 10 great indie games. Basically, it allows you to pick any 5 for £6. This is basically all of the games are DRM free and can be activated on Steam if you prefer. The idea of this is basically to support developers and Games Aid, which is basically a collective charitable activity on behalf of the gaming industry. You can find out more info on that. You can choose between 5 games out of a selection of 10. Personally, I haven't really heard of that many of them, but Worms Reloaded is here. And Worms Reloaded is actually usually quite expensive, as it turns out. So it could be worth checking out. And you've also got Space Colony 3D and a couple of other titles, so that could be worth it. If you guys want the exact link, you can also go to Little Big Bunch. That's littlebigumbunch.com. If I remember, I will actually add the link, but it's probably I'll forget, to be honest with you, as I'm extraordinarily tired when I'm creating this video. So anyway, this has just been a quickie. Hopefully you guys have found it at least somewhat helpful. I will no doubt get around to you guys at some point in the not too distant future. I'll keep up with all the deals I can over Christmas. There are a bucket load of them, quite honestly. I'd also encourage you guys, if you are living, well, anywhere near stores, to check them out. Some of them actually have good deals, but quite a lot of them, to be honest, are not able to compete with internet prices. This is, of course, one of the simple reasons that we are seeing, well, the prices crash, or shall I say, things crashing. It's also worth noting that if you are in the UK, ShopTo, shop2.net, so SHOP and then TO.net, have some good deals on for Cyber Sunday, including Darksiders 2 on the Xbox 360 for £12, and some good PS3 deals as well. It's worth checking out. You can also get Max Payne 3 for £12 and Hitman Absolution for £16.85. That's a really good friggin' deal. I'll just repeat that, £16.85. You can get Borderlands 2 for £13.85, guys. And you can also get XCOM Enemy Unknown for £13.85. So I'd highly recommend you get your asses over to shop2.net. I literally just checked out spare at the moment, and my god, the deals are really good. And basically you're saving a frick ton of money. So yeah, it's also got some good deals on 3DS and Wii. Hasn't got any deals on the Wii U, but perhaps I'm just being blind. So anyway, worth checking out. Definitely worth checking out shop2.net. I regularly check it out. I'm unsure if it's available to you guys in the United States. As for the most part, I believe they ship, although they do have downloadable content. I have spoken to the guys a few times, and they're generally friendly dudes. I'm not affiliated with them. Before anyone says anything, I'm not affiliated. So it could be worth checking out regardless. They've got some really good deals on at the moment. Along with others as well, actually, to be fair. Quite a lot of really good deals available right now on the internet. So if you're a fan of gaming, now is your times, good sir. Now is your friggin' time. Anyway, I'm gonna really go now. As I said, for some reason, incidentally, I'm taking a look at Borderlands 2 and some other, and some other games. It's actually more expensive to download the bastard. I don't know why that is. Just one of those things, I suppose. But maybe they're overstocked, or I don't have a clue. It doesn't make sense to me, damn it. But there you have it. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it for me. So take care of yourselves. Bye for now. And hopefully you guys have found some goodies. Bye for now.